This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where each week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, latest film and TV scoops, our latest movie or show review, and what we're getting into next. We're your hosts,
Cheryl.
And very nasally Jay.
Yeah, Jay got some little sniffles going on, so it's all right, y'all. We're going to pile through and edit out all the sneezing. Don't worry. All right, so this week we watched Black Phone 2. This is the sequel to Black Phone, if you didn't know. I have not seen Black Phone 1, but through Jay's wisdom and a kill count video, I feel like I was well prepared. But anyway, I'm on deck for trivia. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the mother of Gwen and Finn, her name is Hope. Another actress, I should say, in this movie played a character called Hope. Which actress and what movie is that Hope from? Ain't that many actresses.
There weren't that many actresses, so Mustang?
No.
Barb?
No.
Quinn?
Yes.
Quinn played Hope.
Yes, she played a Hope in a different movie. Let me know if you need a lifeline.
I do.
It's a Marvel movie.
Quinn was in a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where she played Hope. Did she play a young, Hope Van Dyne?
She did.
Oh, wow, I don't remember her at all.
She played a young Hope in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Interesting.
Yes.
So the pixie cut carried over.
Yeah, it did. Well, when she was little, they had her long hair.
Oh.
So she looks like a little kid, not like an old kid lady.
I forgot all about the flashback sequences.
Little Hope, yeah, she played Little Hope. She was also in. Now I don't think I've seen her in anything else because I've never seen her other movie. Oh, she did Hope Van Dyne voice in What If, so they brought her back for that. She was Bonnie in Toy Story 4. Did you?
Okay, so the new girl.
And then she was also in the movie with Bradley Cooper. Oh, she was in Pacific Rim Uprising. She played a young Gamora.
I didn't see that one.
Okay. And she was also in American Sniper with Bradley Cooper as a real person, not a voice.
Okay.
And not a...
I didn't know she was in so many things.
She has quite 31 credits according to IMDb. She was also in Cars 3. She played Maddie McGear.
Interesting. Black Phone 2 was like Mason Thames' first movie.
Yeah, Gwen been working.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Madeline McGraw been working. So yeah, that is our trivia. I knew you weren't gonna guess it, but I was like, it's Marvel related. I have to use it.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for our trivia. Let's hop into our episode. Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
All right, we have 2 new movie announcements. One, of course, is a reboot, remake, sequel, requel, whatever you want to call it. We have quite a few cars in the trailer park, and then we have a healthy size of BUNCHA-CRUNCH. So let's start off at the top. There is a live action Jetsons movie coming, which sounds kind of ridiculous.
It does.
I don't think
this late.
I don't know what the audience is going to be for this, but let me just run down the deets. Jim Carrey's in talks to lead.
Now it sounds less ridiculous.
Boom. There. I was going to say, the reason why I hesitated on it sounds ridiculous, I was like, Jim Carrey is going to be leading. He obviously, I'm assuming he would play George Jetson, which I could see.
Yeah.
He would now, who they cast is his family is going to be, that's the linchpin of the success of this movie. So the director is going to be Colin Trevorrow. I think I'm saying his name right. He is the producer of the Jurassic World franchise, and he directed Dominion. So he's in talks to direct this. So he's used to franchises, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he was originally supposed to write the script for Last Jedi.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's now a stranger to big movies.
Yeah. You
could say. So if you don't know what the Jetsons are, that's weird. But anyway, the Jetsons are from the 1960s. It was animated, centered around a family in the future of what they thought the future was like in the 60s. It was George and Jane, and then they had the kids, Judy and Elroy, had a dog, Astro, and then a robot, Rosie. This is not the first time they have thought about making a Jetsons movie, which is interesting. I feel like the later we waited, the less likelihood.
It's weird that it's taken this long. I mean, we got 2 Flintstones movies.
We do. I mean, we've also had Lost in Space movies.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes is on another reboot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a kid's, but it's from that same era.
Yeah.
WB has been trying to make this for several years. That's who owns the rights. There was a Jetsons that was supposed to come out in 2003 from the director of Bringing Down the House, Adam Shankman.
Good movie.
Could have worked. Yeah. I could see it because it's obviously going to be a comedy. The Jetsons is not. You can't make this a serious movie. That would be unfortunate, I think. They wanted to do a 2007 CGI version directed by Robert Rodriguez, who did Spy Kids. Okay. Felt like that would have been perfect. And then the latest iteration was going to be a 2017 animated version by the guy who co-directed Sausage Party. So, yeah.
That would have been a different type of Jetsons movie.
He would have had to shift gears if you've not seen Sausage Party.
So now I'm thinking, was Eugene Levy going to be the original George
Jetson? It could have worked. It could have worked. It could have worked.
Steve Martin.
Also could have worked.
Yeah.
I think Jim Carrey is a good choice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Who's gonna play his family? Like Jane, who gonna play opposite Jim Carrey? Is it Jane Jetson?
You need to have
She needs to be the same.
Comedian.
Oh, Olivia Colman. Maybe?
Olivia Colman could work.
Okay.
I feel like Olivia Colman would make a better Rosie.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Now
like
are they gonna do Wig?
Okay, that could work.
Or Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon
might be too weird.
She might be too funny to be Jane. They be like, Jane wasn't as hilarious in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Why is she so funny? Yes. Now is Rosie gonna be like the Thing from Fantastic Four in this situation if it's live action?
More like Herbie.
Okay, more like Herbie. You're right. But Rosie had like a personality and she spoke words.
Yeah.
But you're right. You would have to Herbie her.
Yeah.
And then kids, Judy and Airboy can kind of be anybody.
That doesn't matter.
I'm not too picky on the kids.
The dog can be CGI.
And this dog's obviously going to be CGI, but they got to get Jane right for this movie to work.
George and Jane are the linchpins.
Right. And then the plot, who knows?
Didn't they have like friends?
They did.
Yeah. Kate McKinnon could be a friend. Friend of the family.
Because George worked somewhere. George had that boss.
Yeah.
Okay. You could do Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon works as like a friend of the main character.
A boss, a friend, a colleague.
Yeah.
Any sort of thing like that. If you've not seen The Roses, Kate McKinnon was hilarious in that. We also did a review, so check that out.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, this sounds weird. But then when they said Jim Carrey was attached to lead, I was like, this could work. I don't know the audience for this movie. Kids is not going to go see this because they don't know nothing about the Jetsons. I feel like these are age and older people audience for this.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on what the rating is. If it's like G or PG-13. if this is gonna be like a kid-centered Jetsons movie or more like a young adult-centered Jetsons movie.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus could work.
Sure. Sure. They got a lot of options.
They do.
But it's gonna have to be the right option. Opposite
Catherine O'Hara.
That could work.
She could work.
Oh, that could work. I hope they don't do the thing where like they pick an actress like super young. I want them to be complimentary.
No, yeah, because George Jetson, yeah.
But George they do that in Hollywood. That's why I'm like, they would pick somebody like, they would not be married in real life, y'all. What is this? I just need to be careful about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking either, who did I just say? Julie Dreyfus.
Catherine O'Hara.
Or Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack could work.
Yeah.
Joan Cusack could work. Yeah. I like these. Keep it in the same age range, y'all. Just keep it in the same age range and same comedic level. We don't want no like somebody who not funny.
Yeah. So as long as they nail George and Jane, everything else
will just fall into place.
And Kate McKinnon. Find a place for Kate McKinnon.
Just make her the boss.
Yeah.
Literally just make her George's boss, and that will work out perfectly.
Yeah.
So as we learn more about that, we will definitely bring you the news because this could turn out pretty good or it could turn out to be a disaster. Either way. Next up, we have a new movie called The Painter. This is coming from the John Wick creator, who was not Chaz Stahelski. That is the director of John Wick. The creator of John Wick was Derek Kolstad. I practiced that and I still jacked it up. The two leads, though, this is pretty interesting. Amber Midthunder, who we last saw in Prey, but she was more recent. No, that's a lie. We saw her in Opus. She was the weird bodyguard.
She was in Opus, yes.
She didn't say much in that, but she was effective. And she was also in Not Companion. The movie with the guy in Companion, Novocaine.
Yes. She was also in that terrible Roswell reboot.
Oh, you bring that up. You gonna let that go?
I won't.
You should let that go. I think she's let that go. So Amber Midthunder, who we enjoy, is going to be a lead in this, and she will be opposite Walter Goggins, who we saw in Fallout.
Funny. They were both in Predator movies. Separate Predator movies.
Oh.
She was in Prey. Walter Goggins is in the Adrian Brody Predator movie.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So they got some history there.
Yeah, it's funny.
But they will be playing, when I say opposites, they playing father-daughter. Thank God. They're not trying
Interesting. Okay.
Not making them a couple. This is going to be a James Cameron executive produced movie. He will not be directing. They are still looking for a director. Painter centers on a young woman who was trained at a young age who must employ every skill in her arsenal to rescue her father after he's kidnapped. What does that tell you this movie is like?
Ballerina.
Oh, I was going to say Taken, but reversed.
Oh, yeah. Daughter save father.
Special set of skills to go save her father.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Walter Goggins is the one that's kidnapped because I see him as the thing from Fallout. And I'm like, you can't kidnap Walter Goggins. He's going to kill you. But different character. Obviously. He was also in the show you like that I have not watched yet. That's super
White
popular.
Lotus?
Yes.
I haven't watched that season yet.
We like Walter Goggins as well. Season 2 of Fallout is coming, I think, this December. They need to start promoting that. Anywho, so this sounds interesting. We liked Amber Midthunder in Prey because she was basically like the main protagonist and was kicking butt.
Yeah.
So we already know she know how to fight. This is given very much taken in reverse, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
Sounds fun.
We got the John Wick creator, so we already know it's going to be like
Yeah.
pew, 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 you know, throwing stuff, dodging stuff, running around, all jazz. I like a good running around, all that jazz movie. So as we learn more, we'll bring you the news.
All right. So that is all the movie news this week. Let's roll into the trailer park.
Toot, toot. Ah, beep, beep.
First up on the trailer park is for Primate. This comes out January 9th, 2026. What is this about?
Nope.
Cheryl's shaking her head. This horror movie follows a family whose pet chimp gets rabies, which that was self-explanatory, and begins brutally attacking the entire family. No. So that is pretty much the gist of
the movie.
Yeah.
There's no extra that needs to be told about this.
So this is that movie that Cheryl hasn't seen Nope because she thinks Nope is about
with the little monkey hand
attacking a bunch of people, and that's not what it's about at all. It's like the opening 2 minutes. But this is what that movie is actually about. So a family has a chimpanzee. It looks like that they've adopted
that the mom, I guess, trained, and
it's
now
given
it's a part
Jane
of the family.
Goodall in the beginning.
Exactly, R.I.P. to Legend. What bothers me is not that it's a horror movie and that it don't look really scary. It just looks like too goofy. It looks like Cocaine Bear, but instead of a bear, it's a chimp. And instead of cocaine, it's rabies.
I think it's not scary because the chimp is fully clothed in like toddler's clothing.
Oh, okay. So
like the chimp is wearing t-shirt and jeans.
Right. And it's supposed to be like an innocent killer gone rogue. My question is, though, it's not the chimp's fault. It's the rabies' fault. So y'all going to kill the chimp?
Let's kill Cujo.
All right.
They had to go.
But, you know, people sensitive about dogs, too. I say that as a dog owner.
They were sensitive about dogs with Cujo. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go.
Right, so I'm like,
they killed the chimp and Nope. It attacked enough people. So.
Okay. So this chimp not going to make it.
I think once the animal kills people, you can kill it.
Right, but, okay. It just seems unfair to the chimp who was minding his business and got rabies out of nowhere, just chilling.
Captivity.
Also, the chimp live in a house or lives in like a greenhouse of some sort.
Yeah, it was like in a cage in the backyard.
And something came into the cage while it was chilling and attacked it, and that's when it turned into Cujo the chimp. Yeah. So Jay said he wants to see this. I don't know about this.
I won't go to the theaters to see this. It's definitely a clown in a cornfield at home watch.
Okay. We're good.
But it looks goofy.
It does look goofy. It's not supposed to be like a serious horror movie.
It looks goofy. It looks like it'll be mildly fun. It looks like it centers around a group of like 4 girls who are having some type of slumber party. The parents are away.
Parents are away, slumber party, and there must be like an older brother or something that's out at a party.
So the chimp goes crazy while the kids are at home, and then more people start to show up at the house unbeknownst to them that there's a crazy chimp running around.
Craig has gone crazy, whatever the chip's name is.
So
Ben. I think it's Ben because they say Ben like 12 times in the trailer. Like we know the chimp's name is Ben.
And the chimp knows how to communicate by touching certain words on a tablet to speak, but I don't know if that still works if they've been driven crazy by rabies.
Apparently the finger tapping works
because the chimp still knows how to communicate.
Because in the beginning of the trailer it says like being happy, you know, it's tapping on the words, and then mid trailer towards the end is saying like Teresa bad.
Yeah.
Teresa's like one of the kids or
Yeah.
something. It's just like,
I don't know if rabies works like that.
why is she bad now? Rabies.
Yeah. Rabies wouldn't turn you into like a conscience killer.
Right, you would just be going crazy.
It's crazy.
You wouldn't stop by and get your iPad and be like, I got something to
exposit
say.
it, right?
Got something to say before I kill you.
So,
Teresa bad.
It looks a little goofy, but we'll see. It's a first trailer.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes the first trailer don't always hit, and the second trailer takes it to the next level. We'll see.
Next stop on the trailer park is for trailer 2 of The Running Man. This comes out November 14th. This is going to star Thanos, Glenn Powell,
yep,
and Coleman Domingo.
I was like, Thanos, you're right.
Yeah.
So we have Norman Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
We have Thanos.
Yes.
And, he's not in. Although today, the writer of Doomsday said that Glenn Powell would play a good Nova. So we have maybe Nova.
Maybe.
If Nova's ever coming out, which I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Anywho, Running Man looks interesting.
It looks action-packed, yes.
This trailer definitely seems like a start to finish situation.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen the original movie or read the book, so I don't know how they end.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this one's gonna be similar, different. This one seems more like lighthearted, quote unquote, for a guy who's running around trying not to get killed.
This one seems more like action comedy.
Yes, versus
like
like
Michael
a
Cera
drama action or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's giving more John Wick and less The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Fugitive was more serious.
Yeah.
John Wick was a little more lighthearted, but not in blood and guts. So we'll see. This is coming out in a weekend with 2 other movies. So we'll see which one gets picked. I'm going to let Jay pick that week what movie we see.
I didn't realize this also starred Lee Pace as well.
He's not in the trailer, right?
He must be the masked guy.
Oh, that's like throws a grenade in
like
the
one of the people that keep chasing him around.
Okay, fair enough. Because he showed up in like a promo shot or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know Lee Pace was in this
I didn't know
either.
Lee Pace was in this.
I do like a Lee Pace.
Yeah.
So interesting. Yeah.
And Jamie Lawson.
Yes. Who we know from the mayor in the Batman.
And Sinners.
And Sinners.
Yes.
And now she's Glenn Powell's wife.
Yes.
So moving on up.
Next stop in the trailer park is for The Keeper. This comes out November 14th. This is going to star Tatiana Maslany, a.k.a. Black Orphan in She-Hulk.
Yes.
And it is about Tatiana Maslany plays Liz and her husband Malcolm head to a secluded cabin for their anniversary weekend. Liz, alone after Malcolm suddenly returns to the city, is approached by an evil entity that unveils the cabin's secrets. So the trailer mostly just shows them at a secluded cabin. We get shots of them together, shots of them individually, and then it looks like it's interchanged with like
Ghosts.
some don't let go, some never let go for sequences where they're like entities in the woods that are crawling up the trees. There's a cave under the house. There's something crawling out of the darkness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget the crawling. Don't forget the crawling. So this looks creepier than I thought it did the first time.
Yeah, so we guessed in the first trailer there was some demonic or occulty because there was like symbolism in the first one. They've pretty much just confirmed it here.
Right. Now, I didn't realize that Liz ends up being alone.
Yeah.
In this. Like in the first trailer, it sounded like they were together. They were a couple, but it didn't allude to the fact that she's about to be alone in this cabin, which is never a good idea.
Well,
ever.
Some people have speculated the movie is going to be about death and resurrection.
Okay.
Like there is the tagline of the movie is things would be better if you were dead.
You're right. I saw that on the poster.
And some people are speculating that, I mean, we only have like a little bit from the trailer, but some people
are not long.
Are saying that it might have something to do with Liz dies.
Okay.
Something else is resurrected in her body. Oh. And that's why the trailers say, I'm looking at you and I'm not sure if you are who I think you are or who you say you are. Like maybe they're dying and being resurrected, but it's not exactly them, or possession.
Oh, God.
Or something like that. But it's definitely going to be a lot of snap crack-a-lacking. That's what it looks like.
There's more snap cracking than I thought.
Snap crack-a-lacking demon.
Now, it was funny. I'm bringing this back up because I originally was like, oh, I'll see this over Good Boy because this don't look as scary.
This one actually has ghosts.
This one looks...
No metaphors.
Terrible.
Just spooks.
Spooks. Now, this movie, The Running Man, and Now You See Me 3 all come out the same weekend.
Yeah.
So Jay gonna have to pick. I'm gonna let Jay pick what we see.
That's a good one. That's a hard one.
I know.
Putting my life in third.
Putting my life. Is it?
I've seen the other Now You See Me's. I like those movies.
Those do look good.
Yeah.
I figured either Keeper or Now You See Me would be at the top 2.
Yeah, Keeper and Now You See Me is the top 2.
I would just like you to consider me when you pick.
Okay. You probably enjoy Now You See Me better.
Probably.
Next up on the trailer park is for Send Help. This comes out January 30th, 2026. This stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. This is
Pause. Do you know who Dylan O'Brien is from? It took me a second.
Maze Runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you look so familiar? But he ain't been in like nothing else.
He was in that Twinless movie.
That Twinless movie.
You might not have seen trailers for it. It was a Twinless movie about two friends who meet at a twin grieving camp because both their twins died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But he looks the same, but just older, obviously.
So what is this about? Linda and Bradley, played by Rachel and Dylan, are two colleagues who find themselves stranded on a deserted island after they are the only survivors of the plane crash. It does say that they are not friends.
No.
They hate each other.
You can tell by the trailer. So Dylan, who plays Bradley, is the boss of Linda. And he treats, at the beginning of the trailer, he's treating her like trash. Yeah. Obviously. And then the premise is Bradley's like, okay, you got one chance to prove that you actually worth something. So they go on this work trip. Mm-hmm. It's them and some other people, but they're the only two people that actually live. Now, when we first saw I think they saw maybe a teaser or something or a poster first, and you made a comment. This is Sam Raimi directed, by the way. Mm-hmm. You were like, it seems like there's going to be an entity or a ghost or something. Yeah. But seeing the trailer, it just seems like Linda is the antagonist of this.
Yeah, it looks like she goes nuts.
Yes, she snaps because now she's stuck with Bradley, who ain't changed his tune to being a jerk. And she's like, well, you stuck with me now. Yeah. And all the years of treating me like trash is about to come back on you. And it's like, oh, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know if it's a horror or if it's like a comedy.
It classifies itself as a horror thriller.
Okay. So maybe she turned into somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe she sacrificed herself to stay on. Because she seems like she's like, this is just how we have to live now. He's like, we need to get out of here. She's like, no, I'm actually okay. And it's like, that's not good.
Yeah, it's definitely going in like a Lord of the Flies direction.
Yes, with a comedic spin on it.
Yeah.
I guess. So we'll see. It looks interesting. I'll give that. It was based on the poster. The trailer did not turn out to be what I thought the movie was actually going to be about.
No.
Which was her going crazy and maybe killing him. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It don't look like they're going to be friends at the end. Or alive.
All right. That is all the trailers this week. Let's dive into this bunch crunch.
First up, speaking of Kate McKinnon, who we just talked about, she is going to be joining Percy Jackson in the Olympian season 3. And she's going to be playing Aphrodite, which I thought was an interesting casting choice for her. Aphrodite is the goddess of the Greek goddess of love and beauty. So I don't know if she's going to be serious.
She's going to be playing for laughs.
I don't know if she's going to be
playing
a serious Aphrodite or she's going to be like a Kate McKinnon Aphrodite.
Absolutely like Kate McKinnon Aphrodite.
I mean, I wonder if she's going to be like...
She's going to be like a weird Barbie version of
Boom,
Aphrodite.
I was just about to say. I wonder if she's just going to be like Aphrodite Barbie. Which would work. And if you want to do something different, she the person to do it.
I don't know how this is going to work for Kate McKinnon on a kid's show. Kate McKinnon
she gonna have to turn it down. Right. she gonna have to G-rate her jokes at comedy because she was turning up in roses for real. But I was like, okay, this is we don't watch Percy Jackson season 3, but I'm curious to see what her portrayal of Aphrodite is.
Yeah.
So they might get me for a couple episodes.
That might be funny.
I might tune in just for those. All right, next up, more casting news. We have Daniel Deadwyler, who we love, and Natasha Lyonne, who we also quite enjoy, are going to be joining Euphoria season 3, which is supposed to be the last season. So they finally got this junk filmed and out of the door. Mm-hmm. I don't know when it's premiering. You have or have not watched Euphoria?
No, I don't need to watch Euphoria.
Okay. I have not either. As much as I love Daniel Deadwyler, I would not be watching season 3, but good for her.
Yeah.
I like that. And Natasha Lyonne, also we just saw her in Fantastic Four. So, sure.
It's funny now they're like stacking it with veteran actresses guest stars.
Like good people.
Yeah.
Not to say that the people on the show are not good. Sorry.
Well,
I've never seen it. I'm just going to assume.
There's a range.
Right. I've seen some acting of the people out of that show and other things, not talking about Zendaya. And I was like, oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. Euphoria is great for like memeing, but not like performance.
Listen, people act like that show was like the best thing walking. I'm like, is it really?
I mean, it's good for like memes. Like,
Okay.
Are you joking?
Right.
Or like Sydney Sweeney cried in the bathroom.
Those are
very good memes.
I know those memes are from that show. So that,
but nobody ever says like this is a really well acted scene.
Right. It seems like a very stressful show.
I can't wait till somebody records this, puts it on Twitter.
Only stressful shows I watch is like comic book related. I can't do no real life stressful shows. It's too much going on in the world right now. Yeah. But shout out to Danielle and Natasha for getting that check.
Yeah.
For sure enough. Speaking of more casting news, somebody else who we love, Wumi Musaku is going to be joining a Social Network sequel, Social Network: The Reckoning Part 2 or whatever the title is. Maybe.
Rise of Skynet.
I need to see how much she in this before I commit to watching this.
A trailer.
Because I did not watch the first one, which supposedly is very good. But I skipped it right off my watch list. But yeah, add somebody I really like. I'm like, ooh, you're really trying to get me, ain't you? We'll see. Like Jay said, we'll see a trailer.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Wimmy for getting a check.
I don't know if I need to see a dramatized movie about why the internet sucks.
No, I mean, we on Threads and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. We know how it sucks. We're living the moment.
We know it's their fault.
Right now. But shout out to her. This movie, hopefully it's a long-awaited sequel, I guess. I don't know why this needed us. Well, not awaited. I feel like this sequel's been in the works for a while, and they finally getting it out the door. So hopefully, all this time it's actually going to turn out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up is a rumor mill, quote unquote. I'm putting this in quotes because ain't nobody officially came out and said this. A new Lion King movie is reportedly in the works at Disney. This comes from the scooper journalist guy. I don't know what they call themselves. Daniel RPK. He always scoops like news and stuff, and I don't know if anybody takes any track record of how much percentage of that stuff be right. But I would assume this would be our sequel to Mufasa, and it better be
sequel to Mufasa or sequel to Lion King.
Oh, you're right. I want Simba's Pride.
Yeah,
I don't really care where they put it.
Yeah,
just give it to me.
Yeah.
Now the way they ended Mufasa made it seem like they're going to try to change up some of their storyline.
Yeah, the extra baby.
I don't really care what y'all do with that baby. Give us Simba's Pride.
Yeah.
Bob, or whoever coming after Bob, just give us Simba's Pride. That's all we want. Now, Mufasa made like $700 million, so there ain't no way they're not making a sequel of something.
Right.
They have not officially, like the trades, Disney, they have not officially said this, so that's why this is under the rumor mill, but we want it.
Yeah.
Okay, we want it. I will get another popcorn bucket. I just want to hear we are not one of us. I mean, he is not one of us.
Deception, disgrace. Like
live in the theater. That's all I'm asking for.
It's effective.
That's all I'm asking for. Yeah. Very simple things. Very simple things. Next up, Michael Mann. We talked about this last episode about casting rumors and news around this, but Michael Mann says that Heat 2 is they're planning to film it in summer 2026. So next summer. Okay. Well, they ain't got no cast. Didn't officially announce, but the script apparently is done. Good. He did confirm that it's going to be a prequel, so all that's going to be fleshed out. So they might want to get on getting some contracts signed to be starting in the summer. I mean, they still got time. It's still October, but we'll see. Which makes me think this will come out sometime in 2027, hopefully.
Probably.
As long as it doesn't get stuck in like development shenanigans, which movies sometimes do.
That's true.
So we'll see. And then last bit of news we got after we finished recording last week, literally closed down our software and was like, oh, look, more news. Mortal Kombat 3 is already in development. No, we do not have Mortal Kombat 2 yet, if you were wondering.
We would have.
It would have came
WB wanted
out.
Money, but they don't like money.
If they kept the original date, Mortal Kombat 2 would have came out this month.
Yeah, WB said, we're doing too well this year.
Yeah.
We need to stop.
Maybe they thought
play our cards for that.
And now they're ending their run with one battle after another, which is a good movie. We really liked it. Box office wise, pew, but it don't matter because Oscars, awards, and WB done made money from all their other movies, so they'll be fine. They could have put Mortal Kombat out.
They could have.
There's no excuse. And the new date does not align. Yeah, the new date does not align with our travel plans, so highly annoying. But anyway, Mortal Kombat.
Those tickets.
Yeah, we'll get to them. We get to that point. Number 2, they must have a lot of confidence in 2 if 3 is already in development.
That means 2 might actually have some combat. The actual tournament.
Because the first one was just Mortal.
Yeah.
Mortal 1, Mortal Kombat 1, and now we get Mortal Kombat 2, aka 3.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Fingers crossed that the next one is good and it's going to be worth the sequel because y'all doing a lot putting something in development that we have not even seen yet.
The first Mortal Kombat was definitely a meeting that could have been an email.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just to not get to the tournament. Or Johnny Cage.
Or Johnny Cage. What's that guy's name? Louis Tan's character? Rick?
Coleslaw.
Cole, who's apparently in this next one, but I'm curious to how big his role gonna be. And they were just kind of like, we need to write Cole in the background because this did not go over well last time.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And the second one obviously is going to focus on Johnny Cage. That's what the trailer basically shows. So I'm curious of what the idea they even have for a third one.
Yeah.
I guess it could be anything. It's a Mortal Kombat movie.
The girl from K-pop Demon Hunters who's playing Katana said that it's also centered around Katana's character as well, but they're not advertising her very well.
We've only got like
advertising Carl Urban.
What, 1.5 trailers at this point?
Yeah.
So we got time, right? It ain't coming out till May.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody involved. Hopefully the second one is good. Yeah. And we want a third one.
I enjoyed the first one. It just was disappointing because it was missing the tournament.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
But we were all waiting to the end like.
So that's it?
Crickets?
We're not going to get to the tournament?
Y'all know this is called Mortal Kombat?
A bunch of little individual fights.
Kombat with a K.
Yeah.
Anywho, but we're looking forward to the second one. It's good that they have enough confidence in the second one to get a third. So we'll see.
When does Street Fighter come out?
The movie?
Yeah.
That bad movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's super old. It's probably older.
Mortal Kombat moved to when?
May.
Oh,
you talking about the new Street Fighter movie with 50 Cent and whatnot?
So Street Fighter comes out in October.
Of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they far enough away.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that Street Fighter movie at all.
It might make a lot of money because they're stacking it up with influencers, and that's exactly what they did for Minecraft.
Yuck.
So that means it'll have that type of crowd and that type of box office.
And my type of not going. Hey.
Yeah, it's true.
Something else will be watched. I'll watch a horror movie for that rather than watch that. Conjuring 5. Hit me up. No, I'm just playing.
All right. So that is all our movie news, Trailer Park, and BUNCHA-CRUNCH this week. We're going to take a short break and get into our review for Black Phone 2.
Hey. Ring, ring. This week we watched Black Phone 2, which was released October 17th, 2025. Director of this is Scott Derrickson. If you're not familiar with his work, he directed Doctor Strange 1, Black Phone 1, obviously, and one of my favorite movies of the year, The Gorge, which we did a review on if you want to check that out.
Nice.
It's not that great of a movie, but I really liked it for no reason. Cast of characters of Black Phone 2 include Mason Thames plays Finney Blake, who was in the first one. We also have his sister played by Madeline McGraw, who plays Gwen Blake. Ethan Hawke is back as the Grabber. And then I'm going to jack up everybody's name after this, so I highly apologize. We have Diamond Bichar as Armando Reyes. Mm-hmm. We have Jeremy Davies as Terrence Blake, who plays the dad of Gwen and Finney. He's back. He was in the first one. Miguel Mora plays Ernesto Arleno.
I didn't know they never mentioned their last names in the first ones.
They didn't, but he plays the brother of Robin who was killed in the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, it also says on Wikipedia that Moore also previously played Robin in the first film. Were they twins? Because how did this boy play
That
two?
makes more sense now that I think about it.
Okay.
Because they never mentioned that he had a brother in the first one.
Okay. When I read this on Wikipedia, I was like, because I already admitted I've not seen the first one. I was like, he played his brother Robin, so they must be twins.
No, they're younger because they make a mention in this movie about how Robin told you to look after his brother,
right?
His kid brother.
More also.
So they must have just cast him to play his brother again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I didn't notice until I read the Wikipedia page.
Because he's definitely around Gwen's age, not Finney's.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. And Robin was Finney's friend.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
So that makes sense. I was like, he looks familiar. And then his IMDb said he was in the first one. I was like, that's impossible. I don't remember him being in the first one.
Dual roles.
Cool.
Get that check. That's kind of cool. They were like, can you just come back and play the brother? And he's like, yes.
Right.
Yes, I can. Ariana Rivas plays a Mustang. We have Anna Lore, who plays Hope Blake. So their mom has an appearance in this. And then Graham Abbey, who plays Kenneth. I literally went down the whole cast list. And then Mev Beatty, who plays Barbara. So these are other characters that are adults that show up in the movie.
Yeah.
All right, runtime is 1 hour and 54 minutes, which I think is like 1 minute shorter or longer than the last one. So same runtime almost as the first one. Budget of $30 million, which I think is pretty good. Sidebar, you know what else cost $30 million? That opened up this weekend?
What?
Good Fortune. Good Fortune's not making that good money. I think it made like $1 million.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
People are not going to go see it, which is not good. Ratings wise, cinema score for this one is a B. Black Phone 1 got a B+. So pretty close. Also, B's are good for horror. So it's not like last week where Tron got a B and we was like, ooh, B's for these type of movies is good.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, 74 for critics, 86 for audience. Pretty good. First movie got an 81-88 split. So, I mean, consistent. Yeah. Critics like this one slightly less. Ooh, nobody cares. All right, Jay, hit us with the plot for Black Phone 2.
The plot for the Black Phone 2 is the grabber is back.
Guess who's back?
On his Robert Englund.
Back again.
And he is haunting Gwen's dreams.
Grabber is back.
Gwen is having premonitions of kids dying this time. Instead, she was having premonitions of kids being abducted. But she's having premonitions of kids dying at a youth camp that is seemingly unrelated to her and Finn.
Right.
So her and Finn go on an investigation to figure out why Gwen is having these dreams, these nightmares, because they are actually starting to affect her in the real world.
It's very interesting.
And they're trying to figure out how the grabber is reaching out to them from the beyond, because he's definitely dead. He's
still dead in this, so I give him that. We did not I mean, that's not a spoiler. We did not resurrect nobody from the dead. So shout out to keeping people under the ground. All right, so let's get into our non-spoiler thoughts. I actually want you to go first because you have seen the first one.
Sure.
So I feel like you have more because you said that I might not appreciate this one as much because I hadn't seen the first one. And I think that might be playing into some of my thoughts. Okay. So I want you to go first.
Okay. So I thought that all in all, this was a good sequel.
Okay.
The characters did actually grow and progressed, and they aged and they changed. Okay. They didn't necessarily get smarter, but they did get older. But that's sequels. Right. You can't have a sequel if the characters keep getting smart. So
right. Feel like y'all too smart for this.
But they had more to do. The first Black Phone, the kids were just kids. So the adults were the ones who had the most to do. It was mostly Gwen trying to convince the rest of the adults. There were more adult characters. Okay. It was Gwen trying to convince the rest of the adults and the police and the neighbor and the dad that something was going on. And Finn mostly spent most of the movie in his basement. So they didn't have a lot to do. Okay. Other than just like be on screen. But they're actually like taking charge.
Yes.
Because they're older kids. They have their own car, which goes a long way. And they can go off and do their own things. So.
Yes, they're more independent.
This is a good sequel in that regard.
Okay.
The movie in itself, though, kind of feels like DLC.
Like downloadable...
Yeah, like downloadable content.
Okay. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, it feels like DLC.
So is there another DLC I don't know about?
It feels like, in Final Fantasy, what was the last 16 came out?
Yes.
And then you played it, and you had the ending. And then the DLC was like...
And you could play another...
Come play these other extra chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like some random part of the movie. Random part of the game.
Yeah. And Alpine Lake feels like a random part of the town that they have to go to.
Okay. Side quest.
Yes. The movie definitely does feel like extra additionally added content on the end of something that didn't necessarily need to have a sequel. And I don't think they plan to have a sequel to this.
I could see that.
I do think it was Scott Derrickson's plan to do a Nightmare on Elm Street themed movie.
He said he wanted to direct, I guess, like a reboot or something, and he just hasn't gotten a chance. So he was using this to do that.
Right. I think it was very clear that it was not intended for the Black Phone 2 to have a sequel, but once they asked for a sequel, Scott Derrickson was like, "This is where I get to implement my Nightmare on Elm Street vision."
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
what the movie felt like.
I'm not gonna be able to go back and find a quote or whatever, but I think he literally said that.
Yeah. So it felt like DLC. Good DLC though. I did enjoy the movie. I think it was good, but you can just tell it wasn't part of the original plan. That's what I meant.
I'm reading on Wiki. It says Derrickson referred to the financial success of the first film as one of the catalysts for development of the project.
So it's given Joker and Joker Folia due, except this one is better. But they didn't originally plan for Folia due.
Right, but they were like, "Oh, this made money. Let's try it again."
Yeah.
And this one's probably gonna make the exact same amount of money.
I don't know if I want to get into it now. Or get into it later, but this does. It adds a lot of context to the original Doctor Strange 2 story rumors. Do you remember those? Remember when they were developing Doctor Strange 2?
And Scott Derrickson left because he said that there was a creative differences. So they handed it over to Sam Raimi.
Do you remember what the rumors and the synopsis were that were coming online about what the movie was going to be like before he left?
I don't remember the synopsis, but I feel like they said that his version was too scary.
Yeah. So I remember what the rumors were.
Okay.
And the rumors for the original Doctor Strange 2 was that the main villain wasn't going to be Wanda, because that was not the original plan. Elizabeth Olsen didn't even know that she was going to be the villain. So his original villain was supposed to be this character called Nightmare, who was a villain from Marvel. It was going to be a female villain. I think people were speculating it was going to be Eva Green. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember Eva Green. Yeah.
So it was speculation that Nightmare was going to be the villain. And the plot was going to be that Nightmare, using their powers,
he about to do?
Yeah, so
the Marvel version of that?
It makes more sense now that I think about it.
I was like, this been done already.
Having seen this movie and going back and re-looking at all the stuff that came out before he exited the Doctor Strange, because Nightmare, the plot was going to be about how she was using her influence to she was using Wanda's fears to manipulate her.
Okay.
And that was going to be the main, she was going to be the
fears,
main villain.
And Wanda's fears losing her kids.
Exactly. So
oh boy,
I remember that,
Scott
and I was
gone.
like, "Oh, that makes more sense."
Scott was
now.
like, "Come hell or high water, I'm getting this movie out."
Especially given the fact that Black Phone came out in 2021,
yes,
and Doctor Strange 2 came out the year after.
Okay, so he was definitely like, "This my next."
Yeah, so I think he was gonna try to do
the Freddy Krueger Marvel.
And having seen this movie, I could see why Kevin was like, too scary, can't do it.
Kevin will do some scary, but we also need a 4-quadrant situation.
If this was his vision, I could see Kevin being like, you know what, we're not there yet,
right?
But we'll keep you on hand just in case
for a special presentation.
Yeah. So, I thought that was cool.
Okay,
being able to see that and be like, okay, so I could see where you were going. I'm glad he finally got to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, good for him. I
think as he said he wanted to make this movie as like an honor to Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that's kind of how it felt. Have you ever seen a Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
I don't know who Freddy Krueger is.
Okay, so you get the gist.
I know the gist of Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's pretty much like dreams. You have a dream, and dreams are wonky, so it's kind of
what is reality?
Normal stuff happening, weird stuff happening, and then it's like scary. I think he nailed the dream sequences.
Yes.
In the ambiance. I like the fact that there was a visual cue to tell the difference between a dream and reality. I hate when movies don't.
Because then you're just for 5 minutes you're like, where are we?
That was a big issue in Woman in the Yard, when you couldn't tell when she was hallucinating or when something was actually happening. Until something
snapped 10 minutes later. You're like, we've been dreaming for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Great.
I thought the acting was all good. And my last note is, it is scary, not jump scary, but it is like regular scary. They do a good job at building up the tension. But it is not jump scary. So if you are somebody who does not like jump scares, I think you can handle this.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's like one that involves a snowball.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. And a kid under a bed. But that's in the trailer.
But most of the scares are pretty telegraphed. So
yes,
you can see it coming.
I would agree. Okay, so I echo from somebody who has not seen the original. I can't compare, but I will say gross imagery, but not super duper scary. So this movie does, like, kids is not alive, and we seeing the dead kids like move around and talk and stuff. And some of their parts is like coming off. So they nailed that part of the scary, but it's not. There's no, just like I said, ain't no ghoul, ain't no goblin, so I was fine.
I mean,
is
the grabber a ghoul?
He's not a ghoul or a goblin. He's just a spirit. But he's like, wait, let me back up. He's a spirit.
Adjectives.
But he looks like a regular human.
Okay.
So
no snap clarkalaka.
His fingers are not like super long and extended, and he don't look all weirdly shaped.
No, but
he bloody.
I could have did without the ice skate feet.
I mean,
Gross.
He had to work with what he had to work with.
Nasty.
His whole body had been through some things, but it wasn't super duper scary. I think the first Black Phone is not super duper scary either, right?
No, it's like Sixth Sense.
Okay, so I feel like so
it's just a kid being visited by ghosts. They're not jumping out at you.
In this case, this one probably is scarier than the first one. Okay, that makes sense.
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which is interesting because I have never seen it, but I'm not about to go back and watch it to test myself.
So it would be like who is the kid in Sixth Sense? It would be like if the Sixth
Haley
Sense
Joel
had
Osment?
Yeah, so it'd be like if the Sixth Sense had a sequel.
Okay.
Where Bruce Willis is attacking Haley Joel Osment in his sleep.
Okay. And he's all jacked up. Like he ain't looking right. He bloody.
For some reason Bruce Willis wants to kill him.
Okay. You're right. You're right. So it is scarier than the first one did in that regard.
Because it was...
Okay,
yeah.
I got it. So I agree on the acting. Acting was good from everyone. The sister especially was on it. Now she has a scene at the end that I'm particularly like, and it wasn't because of her acting. It was where her character was like talking to some people. I was like, hey, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
But her acting, like when she's basically going through what her mom, I guess, had went through, and she's just like, I feel like I'm going crazy. She nailed that part pretty good. I like Jay mentioned, they have a film grain in the movie from when she goes into a dream. You obviously know she's in a dream.
Yeah.
I like that. That was very helpful for me to know, like, when is she dreaming? When is she not dreaming? And we even see her in a dream looking out at things going on, like in reality. And we can tell that she's not awake because the film grain. So I appreciate that because it helped me follow the movie. The adults could have did more. It's funny you said that the adults did everything in the first one because in this one I was like, where are the adults?
Yeah.
Why are y'all not being more helpful? So the adults could have been more adults, but maybe that was on purpose. Now that you mentioned it about the first movie, makeup effects were good. So our unalived kids were portrayed unalived correctly.
Yeah, they definitely look dead.
The grabber looked like he'd been through hell and back, which technically he had.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go there. I know what it looks like. And then, but still, yeah, all the makeup effects, all of the blood and guts and whatnot that we get, all that was really done pretty good. Overall, I enjoyed it, but it is a pretty straightforward, run-of-the-mill revenge horror movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, it's a revenge horror movie, and you can kind of guess how that goes. So I feel like it didn't really do anything different in that regard.
I didn't get the plot until seeing the movie.
Right.
The grabber gives off his MO, his very first appearance.
He does.
And I was just kind of like, oh, that's a little disappointing.
It was very regular, right?
Yeah.
He's like, we'll get to that in spoilers, but it's very much like, oh, well, we've seen this before.
Yeah. I thought his purpose would be something bigger, but
I did too.
Yeah. His MO was kind of just like, oh, okay.
Sure. Okay.
We're here, so why not?
All right. Like, we're 20 minutes in, we're not leaving.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. It's funny for me to say I have a favorite horror movie of the year. It's not.
Oh, do you?
But it's not my least favorite horror movie of the year.
Do you have a favorite horror movie of the year?
I would say.
I think we're seeing anymore, so.
Well, this is hard.
Oh.
Because Sinners is considered a horror movie.
Yeah.
Sinners is the best movie of the year for me. But if I had to pick a horror movie, Sinners is not scary though.
Okay.
Like Sinners is a horror.
What's your favorite spook of 2025?
My favorite, we'll call it spook.
Okay.
My favorite spook would probably be Weapons, which is also not scary.
Okay.
But Weapons had some tension.
Yeah.
That was there. So I would say Weapons.
Yeah.
I think we are done maybe this year. So, what else have we seen? I know she did last summer.
Frankenstein's not a spook.
Yeah, so. I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna say Weapons.
Okay.
I would say Weapons, but this Weapons is also not super scary. So this is somewhere in between Weapons and Final Destination.
Okay.
I would say.
Sure.
I feel like I'm forgetting something in there, but sure.
Okay.
I'm sure we've seen other horror movies. So it's up in the top in terms of spookies for 2025 for me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We have anything else we want to say about non-spoilers?
No, nothing else for non-spoilers for me.
All right. So we are going to now get into our spoiler thoughts. So if you don't want to be spoiled, pause, come back later. But we're going into spoilers in 3 and 2 and 1. And as usual, we're going to go down the character list here. First we have Mason Thames, right?
I think it's Thames.
Thames. Mason plays Finney Blake, who is our protagonist from the first one, who is the only person, according to Wikipedia, that's what they describe his character as, only person who survived the grabber.
Yes.
Only kid who survived the grabber. Mason has grown up from this one. From the first one. He is 17 in this. Mm-hmm. He's acting like a 17-year-old.
He's the new Robin at school.
Oh, okay.
Robin was the one who used to beat up bullies outside the school.
Okay, so he's the new bully beat upper.
Yeah.
But he also going through some things because he was kidnapped in a basement and almost killed him.
And had to murder somebody.
And had to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And dead kids still calling him up.
Yes. He still has the shine.
From defunct payphones.
Yes.
So if a payphone's out of order, the ghost is like, this the one, and they call him up, and they obviously are following him.
I didn't know that. That's an interesting tidbit that they added. So it's only out of order phones.
It appears to only be out of order phones.
Yeah.
So because I guess if it was a real one, somebody else might pick it up. So the ghost is like, get that one.
Yeah.
And and I guess only he hears it.
Yeah, and that makes sense because in the first one there was only one phone. So the grabber didn't hear the phone when it rang. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay. So but Finney's going through some things. So it's understandable that he ain't in the right headspace. Right. He's also like a teenager, so he going through typical teenager things. He's smoking weed like it's his day job. His sister knows, and he think his dad don't know, but dad knows, obviously. Yeah. So Finney is trying his best to keep it together. Also, he is protective of his sister, but he also seems like he wants to try to live some sort of regular life. But it's hard because he's just mad the fact that he had to go through all this bullcrap, which I would be too. He's like, I'm 17. Pick somebody else, Lord, please. Yeah. Or pick nobody. Nobody's an option. But I liked his character. There are some moments of the movie where I'm like, Finn, what are you doing? Why are you not helping your sister out? Why you could be a little more active? But I give grace to teenagers in movies typically. Like Finn wasn't ever stupid, I don't think. But no. But he had the right idea in mind, and he was about protecting his sister, and that was like his main goal. But he's also kind of like, you 17, so you're not supposed to have to go through all of this. Yeah. So he portrayed that part really well.
Yeah, I still liked his character. He definitely aged and progressed. I like that he kind of transitioned to the new Robin.
Okay.
Because he met Robin because Robin saved him from being beat up by a bunch of people. So now he's the guy who beats up a bunch of people. I don't think that's productive, but I think it's good. It's an interesting way for the character to go. Right, it's a character arc.
It's an arc of some sort.
I thought the acting was good. He did the issues just come where he just does the things that for some reason they keep making characters do in sequels, which is if the first movie has established something supernatural has happened. Okay. In the sequel, the characters always want to be like, oh, let's just ignore it and it'll go away.
I don't want to deal with it, right? It's always and then you always have the other characters like, you must deal with it. And they're like, so back and forth.
Yeah, it's just like,
we've been here.
I know we have to do it, but we don't have to do it. But in a universe where we've established that your sister has premonitions that has saved your life.
At least once.
When she comes to you and tells you she's having bad dreams, your response can't be just go back to bed.
Right. You should investigate that.
You should. But you hear phone calls from dead people, and she sees dead people in her dreams.
Y'all not regular.
So I'm sorry. You don't get to.
Right. You just don't get to go to sleep.
That's like Jean Grey coming downstairs and be like, I have a headache. And everybody just being like, take a Tylenol. It's like, no, when Jean has a headache, it's something we should all look into.
Danger. Death is at the doorstep.
But they always do that with characters. Right. Those are my only issues with him. Other than that, I think it was good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to his sister, Gwen, who is, she's also older. She's also trying to live like a normal teenager. I'm not sure what her age is in this one. Overall, though, I liked her character, and I guess I didn't it was a little frustrating, and maybe that's on me. When she did fall asleep, like, it's nighttime, right? You go to bed, you fall asleep. I did not realize why it was so hard for her to wake up from a dream. She would be in a dream for like a long time, and she also sleepwalks. And when I was talking about the adult teens need to do more adulting. If you know your daughter sleepwalk, I'm gonna need y'all to like dead both the doors.
She didn't just do that before.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was new. She didn't just sleepwalk in the first movie.
Because Finn catches her before she goes outside, but in another scene, she walks all the way to a house, the grabber's old house. And Finn, like, you walked out. I guess he was following her, so that was okay. But it was kind of like, what if you didn't hear her leave?
Well, and it also, like, you followed her all the way to the grabber's house? You let her walk into the grabber's basement?
Yeah.
You don't think that's weird?
Right.
And you're
telling with no shoes on?
And you're telling her she needs to ignore these dreams?
That was a little. The
They never
characterization was
addressed
a
that.
little funny. I was like, Finn.
Don't you have PTSD for being down here?
I was like, Finn, I know you're trying to protect your sister, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
This is kind of weird way to do it. Also, Dad needed once we figure out the child is dead walking, we need to deadbolt doors.
Yeah.
We need to lock windows.
Yeah.
We need to do all of that.
Child with superpowers starts to wander.
We need to be concerned.
Yeah.
Especially when it's only at night.
Yeah.
So, but overall, her character was good. She does have a good moment in the movie where she wakes up from a dream, one of her bad dreams, and she's like, I feel like I'm going crazy. And she's just like losing it. Because, obviously her mom has killed herself because of the same thing. But so she's kind of like, I don't like this. I don't want to have to go through this. But she does a good job in portraying that. And then towards the end, she kind of has a character arc of, I'm not going to let this take over. So all that was good. I like that about her.
I liked Quinn. I definitely like Quinn's acting in this one.
Gwen.
Gwen. Gwen. This is definitely Gwen's movie.
Yes,
The first one's Finney's movie.
Okay.
This one's Gwen's movie, where we spend most of the time with her. They actually switch because we spend a lot of time with Gwen in the first one. But that's on the outside trying to find Finney.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like Finney's job in this one.
Yeah, they do. Okay, if that's the case, they definitely reverse because we definitely spend most time with Gwen.
Finney's kind of on the outside because he's getting phone calls, but they're not really from other kids. He gets like one scene with phone calls from from the other kids, but the rest of them are from the grabber. Yeah,
and when he does get a phone call from, like, when we first realize that he's still getting phone calls, he just picks up and says, I can't help you.
Yeah.
And so he also has, going back to him for a second, he has no interest in keeping his ability. He's like, I'm not using this. No, thank you.
Because it sounds like all he would be able to do is just find dead kids everywhere.
Right.
That's the only thing you can do to give them peace.
Yeah, he's already in a bad place, so no. So no.
All right, that's all I had about Quinn.
Gwen. What? Are you calling her Gwen or Quinn?
Is it Gwen?
It's Gwen.
Is it Quinn?
It's Gwen. Now you got me confused. It's Gwen.
Okay, Gwen.
That's
all I have to say about Gwen.
Okay. Next up, we have the grabber, played by Ethan Hawke. There's no really notes for the grabber. The grabber's got some sass. The grabber's got some jokes. The grabber is not happy.
He's somehow in this less.
Okay. You're right.
Than the first movie. Which is weird.
I'll put it this way. When he shows up, he shows out.
Yes.
I'll put it that way. So he only shows up when Gwen is dreaming. And he's specifically waiting until she goes to sleep for him to start wreaking havoc.
Yeah,
now
Freddy Krueger rules.
Right. Now there is, and it's not really explained, he does throw snowballs at a window.
And talk to people when they're not asleep through the radios.
Yeah, and that's not really explained because that's, I guess we're getting into likes and dislikes. I was kind of confused how that was happening.
Yeah, me too.
Because if he only is attacking Gwen when she's asleep, and that's when he can do all his wreaking havoc with everybody else, how is he having a snowball fight?
And that was my main issue with the movie in regards to Grabber. Okay. I didn't like the fact that he was only after Gwen.
I
didn't like the fact that he was only after Gwen.
Okay.
When all these other red shirts are walking around this camp for you to kill. Like, there was no reason why he couldn't have been going after the rest of them. Well,
and the interesting thing is that I thought this movie would, when we realized that we were going to a camp, I thought we have a camp full of kids. Mm-hmm. We do not. So what happens in the movie is Gwen and Finney and Ernesto go to the camp as to say that they're going to be camps and counselors in training because they're trying to figure out what's going on. And their guise is, we'll just say we're trying to enroll in being counselors.
Right.
Well, it's a really bad snowstorm. So the only people end up being there are them and like 4 crew because everybody else went home or they were able to call the kids and say, hey, don't come. So camp is officially canceled. There are no kids. So I was kind of like, who's the grabber going to get at? And we don't really see him get at anybody but our like 6 main characters.
Well, I mean, really just Gwen.
Well, really just Gwen because he can only show up when Gwen goes to sleep.
And that's weird. Can he? Because weird because he was able to he can break the ice. He can contact physical things in the real world. So he can throw snowballs. He can talk through the radio. He can break the ice to almost drown Mondo, but he can't just slice Mondo's head off. But he can hatchet
somebody
one of the Christians and drag him across.
And drag him across the thing.
It seemed like they couldn't decide how his powers could be used.
And the adults do say that, you know, in prior years they had all experienced something weird happening, and it's just kind of like
They didn't say what it was though.
They didn't say what it was, and then it would also be like, well, why?
Yeah.
Like what? For what? What would he be just fooling around with y'all for?
Tormenting y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
And they said the weirdness started happening when Finn killed the grabber from the first one. Like they did they did the math,
and
essentially.
Spirit flew back.
And it was like, so he came back to camp to just wreak havoc for 4 years?
I guess his plan
Okay.
was to just wreak havoc on the other children who would be there.
Okay.
But once they weren't there, why did he not kill the rest of the counselors? He has the ability to. Like, he can affect things in the physical world.
Right.
So
I don't know. That was not explained.
That wasn't explained.
Ethan Hawke did good with what he had.
Yeah.
I guess we do get a bit of extra backstory that we did not get in the first one. I don't know if we want to talk about that then, now, or later.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. So that was like an extra piece of lore or whatnot. And you're just kind of like, oh, Grabber, how come you didn't mention that before? That was an important piece of information. But Ethan Hawke, acting wise, fine. Grabber looked terrible. Yeah. Which was good for a horror movie.
Still as scary as the first one. Just dead.
I didn't realize his mask could move. Like
detachable?
He smiles and he frowns. Did you notice that? Like he has teeth. And then there was one.
Oh, well, in the original one, he had different masks.
Was he swapping them out?
Yeah. Different expressions. He was a nut.
Okay. So he swaps out here. Because I was like, oh, I didn't realize that the mask moved, but it don't move. He swaps.
Yeah, his mask sometimes had a different expression in the movie.
Okay. I did not realize that. So he does that in this movie. But the makeup on him was very good because we do see him without the mask. Jay mentioned his dead ice skating feet.
Yeah, he's got like ice skating blades embedded in the bottom of his bare feet and they're frozen over.
Yeah, but did he like make those at that moment, or did he always have them encased in ice?
It looks like those are just his demonic ice skating feet.
But he was walking. Oh.
He was barefoot, but when he was on the ice, he had blades out of the bottom of his feet and they were bloody.
Yeah, they was definitely nasty.
Yeah.
Interesting. He can put shoes on, apparently.
I mean, he's Freddy Krueger.
So he's made
just shapeshift.
Right. But Ethan Hawke did good.
Yeah.
No complaints about like Ethan Hawke's acting in this. All right, next up we have Ernesto, who was the love interest of Gwen. Mm-hmm. He's the brother of Robin, who was taken in the first one and was Finney's friend.
Right.
Ernesto is pretty much, I'm trying to think of what I want to call it. The actor was fine.
He didn't do a lot.
The character was fine, but I was kind of questioning, like, did they need Ernesto?
No.
I don't think so. No. Like, Finney and Gwen could have drove by themselves to the thing.
Gwen needed somebody that would listen to her. If they had to make Finney so stubborn and closed off, Gwen needed somebody who was going to listen to her.
Okay, so Ernesto is there to be the listening ear.
Yeah.
Character-wise, he's fine. He does help watch Gwen when she sleep, but he don't keep her from going to sleep. Mm-hmm. So he didn't really help there. He tries to help wake her up. I don't know if he's successful.
I don't think they're supposed to help her. I don't know if they were supposed to keep her from going to sleep. Okay. They definitely weren't doing a good job.
I guess they were supposed to stop her from sleepwalking. But
yeah.
At one point in the movie, she's doing the most while she's laying in bed.
Yeah, I guess they assumed that if she didn't go anywhere, she'd be safer, but that wasn't the case.
No, we found that out very quickly. Yeah. That the grabber was kind of like, you ain't got to walk. Stay right there. I'll come right to you. So that didn't work out. But Ernesto was fine. Like, he was just a kind of a side character who was kind of there to help Gwen along her journey. Yeah. Essentially. And then we'll mention the last group of people. These are the camp crew, so the adults. We have Armando, mm-hmm. who they call Mondo in the movie. He is like the lead. He owns the camp now. He bought it from the previous owner. Mustang, who's his niece, and she is kind of like the ranch hand of
Wrangler.
sorts. Yeah, she actually rides on a Mustang horse.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. And then we have Keith and Barbara, as she would correct people in the movie. They are the office assistants.
Yeah, and they're admins.
Terrible people in terms of like, they're like, super devout Christians, but they are convinced that Gwen has a demon in her. So Barbara don't want to help out none. They just gonna ride out the storm.
Right.
In that little hut, in their little cabin, and don't want nothing to do with anybody else because they are convinced she is demon possessed.
Yeah.
They actually, and I guess we can take this in spoilers, nobody dies.
Yeah, no.
None of the characters that we just went through die at all, which is now some get injured, obviously, but like Mondo, Jay mentioned the grabber, when he's on the ice, he like slams on the ice with a machete or sledgehammer or whatever, and Mondo falls through, but they get to him before. Keith gets strung about by the grabber on the ice thing with an ice pick of some sort or the sledgehammer. He makes it, and then they both, Barb and Keith, both get I thought they got scalped.
Forehead sliced. But
their foreheads just got sliced by the grabber. They also make it out, so nobody actually died.
Why did he chop their heads off?
I think he was just being rude.
He
was the grabber. So Gwen, this is towards the end of the movie. Gwen falls asleep, right? And Finney thinks she did it on purpose, which I'm kind of like, I don't know. Some people just be tired. But anywho, she falls asleep. Grabber comes out and he started getting at everybody. I mean, he dragging Keith, he kicking people. I think he fight with the dad for a second. And for some reason he sliced Kenneth and Barbara's foreheads with some sort of device. And I was like,
don't kill him.
But don't actually kill him. He just slice him and keep moving. I was like, okay. I mean, you actually here for Gwen, so why you just go for Gwen?
Why did he kill a bunch of them?
Why did he or did he not?
Mondo should have went.
Oh, Mondo could have. I mean, I thought Mondo was dead.
They kept yo-yoing the stakes. Is he dangerous? Is he a dangerous killer or not? Or is he like a poltergeist?
It seemed like maybe he just wanted to hurt everybody, but and as we mentioned earlier, the grabber reveals his goal at the beginning when we first talked to him. He basically just wants to hurt Gwen to get back at Finney. Yeah. He's mad at Finney.
Finn made him kill his brother.
Right. And he basically, the grabber's been chilling in hell and he don't like it and he mad. And he's like, I thrive off anger and I'm using the anger to come back. And I'm also using the dead kids' souls that I killed to come back. And I'm using all this power and anger to get at you for killing me.
Yeah, that's how Freddy Krueger worked.
Basic revenge. Yeah. Nothing too complicated there.
If you're angry enough, Satan will let you out to wreak havoc amongst the living.
And then you got to go back, you know, when you're done. That sort of situation. So yeah, the adults were, the grabber and his not relationship, but what he was doing with the adults seemed kind of weird because he wasn't like taking them out like he could have.
Yeah, it was weird with the stakes. Like the Christians could have died.
Everybody.
I didn't want Mustang to go. I liked Mustang. But
I did like Mustang, but I'm wondering why they decided not to kill off some of the adults in this movie.
I don't know.
It's very interesting.
They killed off plenty of kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I don't know why this movie has so many survivors.
Barb and Kenneth definitely could have went. Yeah. Because they were rude. For no reason.
They could have went at the same time. The scene would have been much better if he skated by and lopped both their heads off in one quick succession.
But I was like, oh, they dead. They got scalped. And then they keep walking over. And then I was like, oh,
I was fully prepared to say goodbye to both of them.
It's fine. It would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have been okay.
Somebody got to go.
Yeah.
But not in this movie. Nobody went. All right. So you have anything else to say about any of our characters?
No, that is all.
All right. Let's get into our likes and dislikes. I did like the brother-sister bond. So sometimes when you have these movies where the kids go through something, they develop this weird, like, I hate you, stay away from me situation. Now, they do have the situation where Finney doesn't want to talk about what happened anymore. He don't want to deal with it. And Gwen is kind of like, we got to deal with it. You can't be angry all the time. This is affecting you on a personal level. They do end up working that out. Now, she does have a speech at the end where she was kind of rude to Fanny. I was like, girl, you're pushing the wrong button.
Yeah.
But other than that, I did like their bond. And I like the fact that they didn't write them to be like, we don't like each other, even though we went through something traumatic. Yeah. I like that the dad didn't turn out to be trash again. So he is an alcoholic, right, in the first one, and he's abusive. In this one, he has gotten clean since. He's about to get his 3-year chip for not drinking. Mm-hmm. And when they go to the camp, Finney says, just don't drink. And his dad's like, oh, I wouldn't. I'm done with that or whatever. And for a minute, there's at least one scene in the movie where you think he about to have a breakdown because he's like a commercial. He doesn't, thankfully.
Question.
Yeah.
Dad's got his 3-year chip. That means the last movie took place 3 years ago?
4
years ago.
Right.
Which means the grabber's spirit has been haunting the camp for 4 years?
Yeah.
Because they said immediately after he died.
Yes.
That opens up other issues.
Well, I had the question
way to go without mentioning anything.
Right. Well, that's why I was like, well, why is he just hanging around for 4 years?
4 years of supernatural occurrences?
Right. And we're missing a big part of the movie, which is the reason why Finney and Gwen or Ernesto go to the camp is because Gwen is having dreams about 3 kids getting killed.
At the camp.
at the camp and they're writing letters in the ice. So she's like, we got to go because something weird is happening. And I think like it's, I'm having premonitions. We know what happened last time. Like, we need to go check this out.
But the twist is these murders are of children that were killed before they were even born.
They were even born, and it's at a very particular camp.
Yeah.
Which has a connection.
A Christian youth camp.
A Christian youth camp that's like, it's close, but, it's not like across the street.
Right.
Or whatever. But yes, you're right. It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
So, right. But the dad didn't turn out to be trash in the 4 years, thankfully. So I like that. We didn't talk about this character yet, so I'm gonna skip that till we get to the ending, and that's all I have for our likes and dislikes.
I also had that I like the dad is no longer a jerk. Gwen's acting was a standout. I thought she, like you said, the sequence where she was saying she feels like she was going crazy because of her dreams. Lots of additional blood and gore in this one because this one actually does have like murders. Yeah,
they got heavy with the killing.
Are we doing likes and dislikes or just likes?
You can do both.
Okay.
Hit it.
My other likes.
He gotta find one. He like, I bring
okay,
out.
that was all my likes.
Okay.
Dislikes.
Now dislikes.
I didn't like that the grabber was just the guy that they were destined to always defeat.
You didn't like,
and I think that is because it didn't need.
What you mean by destined?
Because of are we ready to get into?
Yeah, okay. the what do we call it? Plot twist.
The plot twist.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plot twist is that the mom was also having premonitions. The mom also, since she was a little girl, she was probably around Gwen's age, the mom was also a former camp counselor at the Alpine Lake camp when she was a little girl.
And that's also why did they want to go to the camp, because they found out that this is the camp that mom went to.
The mom also was having visions of the kids being murdered.
Yep.
At the camp. The mom also was at the camp at the same time the grabber worked at the camp.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then as they grew up, the mom continued to get premonitions of the grabber abducting kids. And,
I see where you're getting at.
And the grabber ends up killing the mom.
Right. That is the other plot
making it look
twist.
like she killed herself. And Gwen has the same exact powers, having the same exact premonitions to stop the same exact person. And I feel like that kind of...
It was like a full circle situation.
What was really good about Black Phone was that there was still so much we didn't know about the grabber, and that's what made it scarier. He was just some random, weird, freaky weirdo who abducted kids and killed them.
Okay.
And sometimes that happens in real life, and you never know why.
Yeah.
And that was and the way that they depicted how he did it and his motivations, and he lived in the neighborhood. His brother was a cop who was like right on his tail but didn't know. It made it scarier. When you don't, because
it's the unknown, the fear of the unknown, right?
We don't know why this guy is creepy and weird and killing kids, but he is, and that's the immediate danger,
right?
I didn't like the fact that they kind of made it a full circle moment. It was where Gwen and Finn were destined to have these supernatural powers
to take down the mom's killer.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like that.
The reveal was kind of like, oh,
yeah,
what? Because there's a scene where Gwen is having a dream. And the grabber's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Let me show you something. So he takes her through. He takes her through a dream where we are seeing it from the mom's perspective, where the mom has a dream or something, gets up, goes to the grabber's house, looks by herself in the middle of the night, pulls into that man's driveway, gets out of the car, looks in the window in the basement and sees a kid down there, and she's like, oh. And then she thinks she just gonna walk back to her car and drive home. No, the grabber's like, hey girl, why you poking around? Ends up killing her and then puts her back in her own house. And that's when the dad finds her and everybody assumes it's suicide. It ain't been the case the whole time. The grabber did it. And it's weird because in the first one, from my understanding, he never ever mentions that.
No.
Like, and you would think that he would mention that the kid that he has kidnapped, like, oh, by the way, your mama, that was me.
He took a whole moment to show Gwen in her premonition that he killed the mom, but never took if and
he's been talking to Fanny more in
the first movie.
Right.
In the first movie.
And the second one, technically.
Yeah. In the first movie and the second one, he talks to Finn a lot. In the first movie, he visits the basement. Finn's there for days. He visits the basement, sits with Finn. He watches him eat. He sometimes just stares at him. And you would think that somebody who's this sadistic and gets off on causing pain and fear like this, if you know for a fact that you're going to kill this boy,
you would be like, oh, by the way,
I killed your mom.
Right.
And I made you think that, he would have mentioned that. That would have been that's why I was like, I don't think that this was fully planned out to be a sequel.
Okay. Or at least this detail.
Yeah, this detail. I think that they really stretched to make it connected to the first movie. It didn't have to be.
They made it personal when it didn't have to be personal. It could have been just about the kids that were calling out to Gwen.
Yeah, I was totally fine with the plot being the grabber is so bad that his spirit is now haunting kids at a different camp where he originated from.
Right.
And Gwen and Finney have to go stop him. Not that is the case, but also they're Luke and Leia Skywalker, and their dad and their mom was Anakin.
Yep.
I didn't like that.
Right.
And they were always destined to have to defeat the grabber because this is just how things were supposed to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right about it. It made it, but it's also not really an interesting plot detail, right? It's like, oh, the person that you're after killed somebody related to you. Like, oh, that's not unique at all.
It didn't feel natural, and one of the evidences why it didn't feel natural is because we had to have two very long exposition sequences with the characters stand in a circle and tell you why what's happening in this movie matters to what happened in the last one.
Yeah, we did have that.
Like, we had to have the scene with
there's a lot of talking.
With the camp counselors all explaining we didn't exist in the first movie, so we have to tell you
why we're here. Right. Why we know who the grabber is and what our connection to like this camp is.
Yeah.
Right.
And the last dislike I'll leave, the rest I'll leave for random notes.
Okay.
Because they are kind of random notes. The last dislike I'll leave is that I didn't like that it kind of exonerates the dad for being terrible.
They try to, yeah.
It kind of, I don't like the fact that the dad was terrible. I like the fact that his character was a guy who was terrible, but the reason he was terrible was because he thought that he drove his wife to suicide.
Right, because he didn't believe in a wife.
Right, he thought he drove his wife to suicide. So he was doing anything he could to keep his kids from going down the same path with their powers. And everything he did still makes him awful.
Right.
But now it just means that he was never responsible for anything ever at all. The only thing he was responsible for was being awful to his kids, but that kind of is the grabber's fault too, because grabber killed his wife. He didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The dad definitely kind of like gets a clean slate.
Yeah,
for sure. And you're kind of like, no, you were still awful.
It's like, so do the kids? He still sucks, but it's kind of like, so the grabber is responsible for
everything.
You too?
Everything.
Nobody is responsible for their own.
Literally
actions.
Everything. So that's a fair complaint. All right, now that we've done likes and dislikes, let's get to the ending. So Gwen basically takes back her power, essentially.
Yeah.
When she purposely falls asleep, goes into a dream, and the end sequence is it don't seem like she got a plan.
Yeah.
But she come up with a plan. We ain't even got to explain it. She comes up with a plan to defeat the grabber, essentially, by calling on the souls of the dead kids. Yes. I guess something we also should explain. So the 3 kids that are calling out to Gwen are the grabber's first victims ever. So when he was in camp with the mom, they call him Wild Bill something. Hornberry or something like that.
Wild Bill Huckleberry.
Huckleberry fan.
Yeah.
And the kids were writing WDH in the ice. And WDH stands for WBH stands for Wild Bill Huckleberry fan. It's not Huckleberry fan, y'all. But anyway, so that's how we know that he is the one who killed the kids. And the kids' souls need to be put at rest so that the grabber cannot have power, so that they can kill the grabber and send him back to Hades.
Yes, essentially.
So Gwen goes to sleep. They pretty much, there's a whole sequence of the grabber slicing and dicing all the adults, but Gwen taking back her power and overpowering the grabber, and then Finney catches on to what's happening, and he is able to beat the grabber to death, essentially.
Yeah.
And then they toss him into the water. They found all the kids' bodies, so that's kind of what the adults are helping to do in a movie. Find all the 3 kids' bodies. If they find all the kids' bodies, the bodies will be at rest. So the 3 spirits of the kids drag the grabber back to Hades.
Yeah, I guess it's weird. His powers are weird because even though only Gwen is the one sleeping.
Yeah.
as long as he's around, you can physically touch him. He's just invisible.
Yes, and somehow Finney is able to feel like his leg because the skeletons of the kids that they have brought up somehow grabbed the grabber. Yeah. So he's trying to like crawl away from Gwen, but the skeletons keep grabbing him. Yeah. Then Finn catches on and he's able to get onto his neck and beats him into the ice. And then Gwen grabs the machete or whatnot and cuts off his leg. Yeah. And then they throw him into
It's a little weird because
you got to see it to believe it.
And not that this has to be Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger can only attack you if you're asleep, and everybody else who's awake can't see or touch him. But I guess here,
I see what you mean.
You don't have to be asleep.
Gwen has to be asleep because he only shows up when Gwen. Well, that's not true.
Threw the snowballs.
He threw the snowballs. I keep bringing this up because there's a scene in this movie where Mondo is in his office and they're, enacting the plan. Like at dawn, we ride at dawn, right? So everybody's kind of doing their thing before they ride at dawn. We see the 3 pictures of the kids. He's got them in like a Bible or whatever. But then his radio starts flickering and making a static noise. And it's obviously the grabber, right? But the first question is, how?
Right.
The second question is, there's a scene where a snowball gets thrown at Mondo's office, but it's like got blood and it's in the shape of a face. And you're like, and he does it twice. Yeah. And I'm like, how is the grabber throwing snowballs at Mondo? Why don't he just go in there and kill Mondo? Yeah. Why is he still alive? Yeah. So this, and well, maybe Gwen was asleep at that moment. Was she asleep? We don't know what Gwen doing.
We don't know.
So it seems like she needs to be asleep for him to show up, but there's instances in the movie where maybe she's not asleep and the grabber's still able to interact with people.
Why didn't he hatchet Mondo instead of trying to drown him in the ice when he was out there by himself?
True, because he hatchets the scalps of Keith and Barbara or Kenneth and Barbara later. The semantics are a little strange. But in the end, the grabber ends up dying or going back to Hades or what. He's already dead. Yeah. The kids' spirits are free, so Mondo's able to call the parents of the kids and say, we found them. Because Mondo, all these years, Mondo's been like, I've been wanting to find these kids, right, to put their bodies to rest for the parents, for them, and for me. And then we get a scene where the phone booth that's at the camp that's been disconnected for years rings, but Finney can't hear it. Only Gwen hears it. And Finney's like, it must be for you. So Gwen goes to answer the phone, and it's their mom talking from heaven. We're supposed to assume she's in heaven, right?
Sure.
Okay. She's saying, I miss you guys, but it's wonderful here. Tell Finn I love him. Nothing for dad, which is fair. Okay. She don't know sober dad. Okay.
Never listen to her.
She only know dad from the past. Yeah. And then she kind of says, I gotta go, but I love you. And then Gwen asks, do I have to live with this curse forever? And she says, it's not a curse. And I'm like, it kind of sucks though. Yeah. Think about it. It kind of sucks. But she has a sweet moment after talking to her mom and with her brother. And then it kind of ends happily ever after.
Yeah, essentially
nobody dies. The kids get to go home. The dead kid souls are put to rest. And the grabber goes back to Hades. So yeah, that's it. And there's no after credit scene. Yeah. So I don't think they need a third one. What?
If they do, I had an idea, and I feel like
what would it be?
The third one, I feel like this movie, if the grabber wasn't involved, this could have worked as a completely separate, like, supernatural investigation. Gwen's getting visions about something.
Okay, something else
somewhere.
They gotta call it.
She has to address it, or she won't be able to have.
Would it still be a phone though?
Yeah, I mean, they could still get phone calls from the dead. Maybe they have to solve a different murderer.
Okay,
who kills people.
Finn ain't about that life though.
Finn don't want to do it.
Finn be like, I can't help you click.
Gwen and Ernesto can go on the road.
I was gonna say it would have to be a spinoff. And then Finn show up like at the last moment to help out because he obviously the older brother would not. Okay, fair enough. The ending was very safe.
Yeah, it was a very safe movie.
I was like, they not gonna kill anybody.
All the murders took place before the credits rolled.
Yes, and it was of the kids.
Yeah,
and we saw a little bit of it, but not like full fledged.
Yeah, nobody actually died during the film.
No, which is different for
everybody
a horror movie,
dead. Yeah.
Right? So, do you have a favorite line or scene?
I don't have a favorite line. Probably my favorite scene would be the scene where the grabber almost threw Gwen in the furnace.
Yep,
in the oven.
Almost cooked her.
I thought she was a goner.
That was pretty good. He's like throwing her left and right, front and back. The adults don't quite understand what's going on with the kids. But they come in when she's like screaming and hollering, and they see her floating around because they don't see the grabber, right? They just see her in her pajamas getting flung around. He almost puts her in the cooker.
And I like
it's the character. It's like a pizza oven too. So the flames
I was fully ready to say goodbye to her because I was like, okay, Gwen's gonna die, and that's gonna wake Finn up. Finn's gonna stop being so oblivious to what's happening because now your sister's been cooked and you can't ignore that.
I didn't think she was going to die, but he banged her up pretty good.
Yeah.
And I also like the end of that scene because he obviously is kind of like, okay, everybody's here. They're trying to wake her up. So they eventually wake her up. So he kind of just fades away out of the kitchen. I was just like, that's creepy.
Yeah. Because that means he's going to come back.
Right. He's just, it's more of a like, we done for now, but I'll see you next time you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Situation. I'd agree. That was my favorite scene as well. All right, let's get into our random notes. I have why they got this girl in this ugly hairstyle.
Pixie cut.
If you are watching our show on YouTube, her hair look like how my emoji look right now.
I'm a little shorter.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's not good.
This is my Gwen wig and my Gwen hat. It was not cute on her. And when you see the actress in like long hair, you're like, why y'all just give her a little ponytail?
Yeah.
This didn't make no sense. I have the grabber failed to mention he killed the mom the whole first movie. Weird.
Lazy.
It just was like, you ain't mentioned this at all. And you had Finn for quite some time.
I had a note about this because it reminded me of something. It reminded me when somebody tweeted J.K. Rowling.
Okay.
And asked her after Crimes of Grindelwald came out.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted her and asked her, how long did she have it in the canon that Nagini was an animagus?
Oh, yeah.
Who used to be a woman before she was a snake. And she was like, it was always the plan. She said, I always had that in mind for Nagini. That was always the origin. And it's like, because we've seen what your really thought out work looks like in Harry Potter, it was very evident when Fantastic Beasts came out. I was like, you would sleep through half of it.
She do not belong in no screenwriting movies.
So
not her ministry.
When we had a conversation about it, and you were like, sometimes they bury the lead. They don't want to give out everything for the original, for the sequel.
I was saying maybe they were holding it off, thinking that they were going to get a sequel.
And I was like, but I mean, there was not even any built up for this.
Yeah, it was literally just like she goes to the house, and we're like, oh, that's the grabber's house, and then it's like, I know y'all ain't about to do what I think y'all about to do. And then you pop out of the van. I was like, y'all.
There is no way.
He ain't mentioned this at all.
No way that he killed this woman and they never knew.
And he talks to Finn all the time. Not all the time, but he calling Finn.
He stalks the kids before he kidnapped them.
And he gets on when we first had a conversation with Finn and the grabber could have been like where he tells them, I'm here to hurt you and I'm here to take everything that you love, just like I did before.
Yeah.
Nope.
That would have mattered in
that
the
would have been like
plot.
And then he hung up like click and you'd be like, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
No.
That little line would have gone a long way because the whole grabber's whole motivation is you made me kill my brother, so I'm gonna kill your sister. You killed her mom
already.
Yeah,
we're done. We're finished. No revenge for
you. If you knew that you did that in the first movie, you would have brought that up in this one.
Yeah. So that was weird. And then my last one is: did the grabber lure them to the camp, or did the kids lure them to the camp, and the grabber saw this as an opportunity to get the sister?
I'm gonna say the kids lured them to the camp,
and then the grabber was just piggybacking off.
Clearly, the grabber's spirit had been in the camp for the past 4 years, and Gwen just started having dreams. Now, why did Gwen just start having dreams?
Why did the kids just now call out?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah,
later.
I was confused about. I was like, who? Because she says in the movie, she's like, "You didn't bring us here, I did," and I was like, I mean, you did, but then why did he wait? Because he could have called y'all from the depths a year after the fact.
Yeah, so if he really wanted revenge on Gwen,
why did he wait
Why did
so
he
long?
wait 4 years, and why did he bring them to Alpine Lake to do it? He didn't.
Right. It's almost if he knew the kid, and maybe we're missing something. It's almost if he knew the kids was calling out to Gwen after 4, but them kids been dead for like couple decades.
I think
because they the grabber's age, like they would be the grabber's age if they were like alive.
I think probably the spirits of the kids. I don't think it's a clean explanation.
Okay, fair enough.
I do think the spirits of the kids are what called Gwen out.
Right.
I don't know why it took 4 years.
Right.
I think the grabber wasn't on to them. This grabber spirit wasn't on to them until they showed up at the camp. I feel like the way that they were explaining it was that the grabber spirit was coming back to the camp because they did anticipate opening.
Right.
And maybe he would have been torturing just the other kids there.
Well, I feel like the camp's been open.
Or the camp has been open for 4 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That wasn't explained very well.
Okay. I was just like, questions.
Yeah. The 4-year thing kind of made it wonky.
Weird. A little weird. They should have just said like next summer.
They shouldn't have gone out of the way to say, oh yeah, his spirit returned here immediately after you killed him. They should have just been like,
they did.
Randomly his spirit showed up here. And he could have been like, it took me 4 years, but I finally figured out how to work this spirit stuff.
But that what he did say, I figured it out, but he did not say, oh, I've taken this long, because he showed up as soon as Finn killed him.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, that the same timeline. That's when I killed him.
Yeah. So it's just those two details. Him saying he took a while, and the counselor saying it started happening immediately after he died, which was 4 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. So those are my random notes.
Random notes that I had. Your sister has the shine. You can't ignore her bad dreams.
Yeah.
So he still gets phone calls from dead people. That was surprising.
Yeah.
I thought that it was just going to be, I thought when the first phone rang, I was like, this is going to be the grabber.
I did too.
He's going to be luring them there. But that didn't happen.
No. They showed up on their own.
Boy Tron is loud next door. The Nine Inch Nails soundtrack was playing through the entirety of the Black Phone movie. And we could hear it.
I was like, oh, they jamming. I remember that scene.
I just hear the Tron background in the middle of like Alpine Lake.
And that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen occasionally where we have seen the loud movie next door already, and we're like, oh, that's that movie.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. That made it.
You don't realize how loud a movie is till you in the next theater.
We're at Friday the 13th. This is when they pulled up to Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Alpine Lake. Finn keep a rollie on deck.
And then Mondo took his weed and was like, this ain't even good. And Finn was like, excuse me?
Said this is garbage.
That's probably why Finn was all on edge. He had a good set.
First of all, when he said, I'm going to take this with me, camp is over. Camp is canceled. You have no authority.
That and the fact that they were getting mad that Gwen slept in the boys' cabin. And they were like, I could get my license taken. Like, who?
Camp is literally closed.
Who's telling?
The Christians.
The Christians was all mad. Like, this is the little girl who... it's her brother, y'all.
It's her brother.
And she's in a creepy cabin she's never been at. Like, get out of here.
The only other attendees are the two other dudes she brought.
Right. If it's such a concern, Barb, won't you sleep in there with her?
Why
she ain't do that.
I thought that was funny how everybody knew that she slept in the other cabin.
It's like, y'all tripping.
Gwen's visions remind me of Angel. There's a character in Angel called Cordelia. Angel, Angel was.
Yeah.
They ran it. The series was about them running supernatural investigations.
Right.
They did investigations, and Cordelia was the receptionist, but she had the visions.
Oh.
Every episode was about a vision that she had.
She got.
But eventually they realized that her visions were hurting her. Like the things that were happening to the victims were happening to her. It's like, oh, that reminds me of Angel.
Yeah, this is happening.
Of course, he used to be a camp counselor.
Yeah, they de-aged Ethan Hawke and like photoshopped him in some old camp photo. I was like, there he is.
And they pointed at the mom in picture in a cluster of one of 3 white women. I was like, I have no idea who she is in this picture.
But you can obviously tell this is Ethan Hawke.
It's a black and white photo.
Right.
So yeah, I thought of course he's a camp counselor.
Right.
They did increase the blood and gore. Oh, I like the scene where they found out Finn is Sidney Prescott when they so after Gwen has her first attack, they have a scene in the church at the camp where all the counselors and the characters are getting together and they're telling each other their backstories and explaining what's going on with the spirit. And they all put the pieces together that they knew that the grabber used to work there.
Yep.
But they also heard the story that one of the grabber's kids killed him and escaped.
Remember, they didn't realize the grabber was that kid.
Oh, yeah.
At first, until they put it all together.
So they made the connection that the grabber was Ethan Hawke. The grabber was the former camp counselor.
Right.
The people at the camp only knew that the grabber's latest victim killed him and got away. But they did not know it was Finn. So when they realized it was Finn, I was like, they all realized that he's Sidney Prescott.
They all like, you got to go.
They were like, oh, wow, you're the one who killed him.
You ain't got to leave, but you got to get out of here.
The exposition scenes, I thought, were long.
They're a little wordy.
They were long.
There was one at the very end. I was like, we get it. We got it. Let's go.
Just a few more. Never engage in conversations with demons. It gives them power. This is when Mondo was talking to him through the radio. I was like, stop talking to him, Mondo.
That snowball was funny to me. I was like, why are you throwing snowballs?
Well, he threw the snowball and it landed in the face of a snowman.
Right. But it was a bloody snowman.
But bloody.
I was like, how are you doing this?
Never never talk to ghosts. Don't talk to it.
Right.
Never speak to it.
Because then you acknowledge it that you're hearing them.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, let me get out of here.
We're at Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is one of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels when the kids realize that if they let go of their fear, they can unlock their dream superpowers.
Oh, Gwen definitely.
That's when Gwen unlocked her telekinesis.
Right. She definitely. Oh, because she had a Jean Grey moment. I forgot. She had a Jean Grey moment.
I was like, oh no, we're at Dream Warriors.
And that's when she realized, like, I can defeat the grabber.
And that makes sense because Dream Warriors was not good. And that's where you said that it got a little crazy at the end when she started unlocking her power.
It was an X-Men movie for like 2 minutes. And I was like, the Doctor Strange is coming out of Scott.
Picking up from the bad parts of Nightmare on Elm Street.
He was like, you forgot this is not a Marvel movie? She should not be doing this.
I was wondering why they couldn't just have a priest come and bless the lake. Would that
the holy water?
Would that free the spirits?
Make it holy water. They did not try that suggestion.
Think about it.
That would have been a funny moment though if they did.
In La Llorona, there was a scene when the ghost lady is choking Linda Cardellini in the pool, and the priest throws holy water in the pool, and the ghost leaves, and the priest is like, "I just blessed your pool," so she had no option but to leave. He said, "Your backyard pool is now a holy water pool."
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You get it.
It's like he blessed the whole pool, got rid of her.
I mean, maybe the lake was too big. He was like, "I ain't got enough power. I can do kiddie pools,
more than one priest,
Olympic pools, but that's it."
And like the northwest, east, south of that. Angles of the lake.
They needed like a group.
I thought Mondo's death was almost natural selection. Why was he out on that lake by himself at night?
He was trying to find the keys.
Y'all fighting a spirit.
Trying to find the keys.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was
and the last one is Snooping 101. Mm-hmm. Never pull into the driveway of a person you're spying on.
Girl pulled into the driveway like she was an Uber driver.
Like you're spying on this person.
Girl,
you're trespassing.
Middle of the night.
Yeah.
She goes to a suspect murderer's house and pulls into the driveway like she delivering pizza.
Like, you might as well ring the doorbell.
She almost thought she was about to.
Two things. One, never pull into the driveway of a person you're parking that you're spying on. Number one, it makes it super obvious.
You don't think he heard the door close?
When you turn in front of somebody's house into the driveway, your headlights flash their windows.
Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
They know somebody has arrived.
Right.
That's number one. Two, it complicates your escape route. Because now you have to run out and back out safely so that you could peel off when you could just peeled off if you're parked on the street.
And then she like looks into the window. I'm like, how do you know he's not looking out the window, looking at you?
How do you know he's not behind you?
Boo.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
You just came out here with nothing but your sweater set and some visions.
The mom, they could have made the mom smarter. They were going to have the grabber be the one to take her out, like, y'all could have gave her a little something else to work with, because that wasn't right.
Any other listeners out there who plan on spying on anybody, don't pull into the driveway.
Go use a bike.
Use a bike.
Use one of them rentable scooters.
Oh, and the last...
Or don't go.
The last note I'll say is WBH was reminding me of RAB all throughout the whole movie, every time they did it.
Another Harry Potter?
Because I was like, it's going to be Regulus.
Right.
He's gonna be Regulus Black.
He's gonna be a dog. Transforms into a dog and then he goes into the grabber. And that's how he been hiding out all this time.
Because I was like, what's the last movie where we had to figure out the initials of somebody? It was like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
When they were trying to figure out who RAB was.
RAB was. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right, so that is it for our random notes. Are you ready for our rating?
I am.
Okay, so before we do our rating for this one, what would you have given the first one out of 5 Nicole Kidmans?
4.5.
Okay. Now, what are you giving this one?
4.
Okay.
I would give this a 4. I do think it was a good sequel, but I'm not going to punish it too hard. I'm only taking off a 0.5 for this.
Okay.
But I do think they muddied up the story by making it so connected to the mom. Mm-hmm. And it had some very, very long exposition sequences.
Okay.
Of characters just explaining why they're in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Because this is, I don't know if it's even fair for me to do this.
Fair.
It wasn't that scary. Wasn't that scary? For me, I feel like a scary movie should be scary. And if I'm not scared, it ain't a scary movie, y'all. So I'm taking off 1 for that. And then another half because the grabber been the mom's killer this whole time. I ain't said nothing.
Yeah, that was just a little weird choice.
That was weird. And then the whole like, is it the kids or the grabber? Is it the grabber? Is it the kids? I was kind of like, what are we doing? And then she was like an X-Man for a minute. I was like, what is it?
Yeah.
And then there was the whole like, how is the grabber working outside the bounds of a dream? A little murky.
And I'm not going to dock it for that because I guess it is supernatural, but that's really sloppy. Like the way his powers worked are really sloppy and not fully thought out.
He can build a snowman, but for some reason he can't kill nobody, but he can kill somebody else.
So is he just invisible?
He is invisible, so nobody else could see him.
There's a difference between invisible and being a dream demon.
You're right. You're right. Because
he can attack people who aren't asleep.
Right, and Finney physically beat his head.
Who was never asleep.
And could never see him.
And could touch him. Couldn't touch him. I mean, could touch him, but couldn't see him.
He had to fill up the man to get to his neck. And I was like, how you know that's not like his head? Yeah. But whatever, it don't matter.
Maybe Gwen being asleep gives him power.
Who? Finney?
The grabber. Maybe Gwen being asleep is what makes him able to touch stuff in the real world.
But I thought it was the fear of I thought it was the souls of the kids that gave him power. That's why they needed to find the kids. See? Exactly.
Yeah, it's weird. How could he touch people in the real world?
3.5 Nicole kids.
If they were asleep. But only showed up if Gwen was asleep.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Sense. Is he just invisible?
And he built snowballs. The snowballs is really taking me out. I was like, no, that's rude. Just go in there and kill that man.
That's not how ghosts work.
No,
ghosts can't physically touch stuff.
A ghost, like in Longlegs, would have just been chilling in an office waiting for you to come in. Like, hey.
Or a spirit demon.
Or a spirit demon. Or like the demon in Good Boy. He was definitely jacking people up.
Or a sleep demon.
There was no question about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you do 4, I'm doing 3.5.
Okay.
That's not bad.
No.
We've done worse.
Yes.
There's worse movies. I wonder what I gave Final Destination. I'm going to start keeping track so I can look up.
Okay.
Be like, what did I give such and such? Although there shouldn't be like a barometer would I give another movie. But sometimes I like to be in line. But
Final Destination had the benefit of being funny.
We hobbyists. So we ain't got to be perfect.
Right.
It's fine.
And this is our show.
Exactly. We do. We want to do. Whenever we want to do it.
All right. So that is our review for Black Phone 2. What are we watching next week?
I don't know. Because
Let's look at the board.
It depends on what's going to be available in the theater. So Frankenstein is a limited release. So you know what that means. It's going to be at the Gateway. Just don't like the Gateway. So we'll have to see if it's somewhere else. We also have Good Fortune, which I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it seems interesting. Okay. It's not something that I was like dying to watch in the theaters. And then we also have House of Dynamite, which is also limited release, but it might only been a week, so we might have missed our chance because that came out this weekend.
When does House of Dynamite come on Netflix?
24th, I think. Hold on one second, please.
So they're not the same week.
They're not the same week. So we're gonna watch something. We just don't know what it's gonna be just yet.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in House of Dynamite.
It got good reviews.
Got Rebecca Ferguson in it.
So House of Dynamite comes on Netflix the 24th.
Idris, Anthony Ramos.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. The 24th. Oh, the 24th is Friday. So we could watch it.
What, House of Dynamite?
Yep, we could watch it on Netflix. Save a few dollars.
Hey.
Save some pennies.
Yeah.
Pop our own popcorn.
Yeah.
So
say it wasn't properly advertised.
They have not. Well, it did like the film festival circuit, and then they put it in. I don't know if they. It's Netflix. They don't care about box office. Pretty much. They just want some awards and some subscribers. Yeah. So we're probably in between Frankenstein and House of Dynamite.
Yes.
Okay. We'll maybe catch Good Fortune. We need something the following week, so maybe Good Fortune will be the following week.
Okay.
Because Badlands doesn't come out till 2 more weeks. Yeah. Okay. So we got another week of not quite sure.
Okey-dokey.
1 or 2. We'll either be talking about war or talking about war on the body. Right? Frankenstein's kind of like war on the body.
Sure.
War of the mind.
Okay. Psychological warfare.
There it is. Nuclear warfare or psychological warfare. One of the two. All right, so that wraps up our episode. If you like our show, please give it a share. I am trying to memorize this because I clicked off of our script.
If you like our show, please share.
There it is.
You can leave us a review on Apple Podcast or on our website at biglydirtypodcast.com, where you can leave us a voice message and we'll play it on the show if it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Threads and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, Blue Sky and Twitter at Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us at vaguelynerdypodcast@gmail.com. And if you're listening to us on a podcast app, you can also view our animated format on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.